Hello, everyone. I'm Carly, and thank you so much for joining me on a new episode of Crafting with Class. Today's video is requested by you. So I'll be showing you the Anna Griffin Box Card assembly, and this is the box card that I'll be sharing with you, and of course, all my tips and tricks for this. When you buy this beautiful die set, you get all these gorgeous dies, and this is a larger die set, so you will need a larger machine with larger plates. In fact, Anna had some extra large paper made just so that we can use it with the set, but you don't need larger than 12 by 12 size, and I'll show you in just a moment. Here you see a paper that I'll be using today, and notice that white strip on the right. That is where the manufacturer's information is at, so it makes this paper a little bit longer than 12 by 12. So notice the die fits exactly perfect. So if you have 12 by 12 and a quarter or something like that, then this is how it would look, and you can use it just as is. Now, if you don't have that and you have regular 12 by 12, this is what it will look like. So all you need to do is just make sure that the edges are equally the same distance on each end, just like this, and you'll be just fine. So it's no worries. Now, from the die set, you're going to need only two of the main dies to create the box, and everything else is decorative. So you're going to need to cut two of these side pieces, and here's the die that you'll need, and this basically creates that box cover. Then you're going to need one of these pieces, and this is the largest die in the set that I just showed you, so you'll need one of those, and that creates the box. You'll need ribbon, of course. And so I always start with boxes and things like that by folding on all the crease marks that the die creates for you. So I'm going to use my Teflon bone folder to make sure that those are creased well. So I'm going to run my bone folder along all the edges. On the box you have 4 score lines, so 2 that run along the bottom and then 2 that run along each of the side tabs. Now you'll see that I have that manufacturer little label, but you won't even see it because it'll be glued onto the box cover. I like to use 1/2 inch score tape. So you add it to the tabs on the box, and then on one of the covers, you're going to put it on the inside so you can sandwich the other one just like this to create the box cover. So I'm going to peel back the adhesive liner, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the other side so that it's kind of facing the other one to create that box cover like this. And then for the box, I like to start with the bottom, so don't ignore that side one. So start with the bottom, and then I like to align the very bottom of the cover with the bottom of the folded box there. So as you can see, I'm lining it up. And then once it's lined up, I'm going to go ahead and press it into place. And then I'm going to go ahead and work on those sides. So remove the liner from the side, and you just want to make sure it's aligned. And then I like to use my bone folder to make sure that's pressed in there well. So remove the liner from the other side, and then go ahead and line up the sides like so. And then again, using my bone folder to burnish those into place. And that's it. Super, super easy to put together. The rest is decorating. So you can see that you have lots of room to make a nice bulky card. All right, so now you want to get some ribbon so that you can make a closure for your box. But if you don't want to mess with ribbon, you can also do just like a magnetic closure or a Velcro closure. So I added a strip of adhesive so that it will, this is on the back of the box, so it will hold my ribbon in place. So I'm going to wrap that around to the front, making sure I like where it is. So I'm going to adjust it if needed. And I just want to make sure that I have enough ribbon on the front to be able to tie it nicely so I don't have too much of the ribbon on any one end. So I'm just going to tie it really quick just to make sure. So I'll make a real quick bow, and I have enough of the ribbon there, so that works. So now I'm going to go ahead and decorate. So this is going to go onto the top, and this is going to decorate, and it's also going to hold down that ribbon on the front. So I'm going to add some adhesive to that, and then I'm going to place it on top. I'm going to open up the box so that I can burnish that into place, since it's a very decorative die, lots of cutout areas. I want to make sure that everything is secured onto the lid. So I'm going to burnish that down with my bone folder as well. And next you have these two pieces that also come with a die in the die set, and it's to decorate the sides of the box, the front and the back. And of course these are optional, but you know, it does add a little bit more of a decorative element. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these onto the spine of the box basically, and I'm just trying to figure out which way I want it to go. And I'm just going to go ahead and secure that down. I'm going to burnish it down with my bone folder to make sure it makes good contact with the paper. And then I'm going to take the second strip, and I'm going to go ahead and add it to the front of the box right here. So same thing, I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to that and attach it to the front. So again, these are completely optional. Your box looks perfectly fine without them. It's just if you want to add that little detail. Okay, so there's that. And now I'm going to go ahead and continue with the decorative. So I put foam tape on this piece in the middle, and this came from the paper collection. I added some foam tape to the holly leaves, and these come with the die set. They're super pretty. And then I die cut some snowflakes from my stash. I added some foam adhesive, so I'm pulling back the liners on that so I can adhere it. And so I always like to lay out my pieces first, and then I add foam to everything and pop it up. And the present also comes in this die set. So I'm adding another piece just because it needs that extra support since it's on a different layer. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do with the front. So really easy peasy. So now let's go ahead and work on the inside cover. So I have some pieces I've pulled out. This piece also came with the pattern paper. This gold strip comes with a die, and so I'm just going to cut it in half so it can go a little bit longer, so I can lengthen it, and like so. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. So don't be afraid to alter your die cuts. Make them work for you however you want. And nobody's going to know except for you because you watch this video. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lay those down and like so, making sure that they're straight as possible. And then I'm going to attach this panel there with some foam adhesive. And then again, this came with the pattern paper. And this pattern paper, oh my goodness, I've had forever, actually 2009. And so, but I love these non-traditional Christmas colors. And so, you know, it's time to put these to use. So these two little presents also come in the die set, and they're so heavily embossed, right? They're so pretty. And then of course with her matte foil cardstock, they just look amazing. The sentiment is also from Anna Griffin. Okay, so I'm going to put those there. And of course, you can go to town. Like, you can completely embellish and be super over the top if you want to, or keep it simple. Now, this holly border also comes in the die set, and it embosses these holly leaves, which is hard to see there, but they're super, super pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it at the bottom. And then I have this little dainty snowflake from my stash. I'm going to go ahead and adhere just kind of like as a medallion on the front. And I decided I wanted to add a little rhinestone to the middle of that. Now I'm just making sure that nothing's catching on anything. Everything's good. So I'm going to add a rhinestone right to the middle just to give it even more of that sparkle. And I think that's all I want to do with this, right? So you can decorate as much or as little as you want to. And so here are 3 cards that I made to include in here using the same elements. So this is all from, the die set except for the snowflakes. And the sentiments in the middle are from Diamond Press, which are, oh, fantastic. I'm so glad I bought those. So simple cards, and I can fit 3 with the envelopes because they're not super, super bulky, but they do have dimension. And to tie the ribbon, I like to do it kind of upside down. For some reason, they just come out better for me that way. And that's it. There is your box. And again, you can do a magnetic closure if you wanted to as well, which is probably what I should have done because I'm going to give this to my grandma along with a few more cards for her to give and mail out to her peeps. So there it is. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and you can see how easy it is to put this together. And if you don't have this die but you want to make something similar, then I will link a video at the end so you can see alternate versions of alternate sizes. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, of course. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.